tribulations, my heart, my balls, my somebody stop, somebody come and get me. Little did I know that the Lord was riding with me. The law, the light, my heart, the fight, the wrong, the right is gone.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another JVS movie review. Here, we have a different type of review. What makes this a different type of review is, about 7 months ago, I saw a film at South by Southwest. I thought, after I saw the film at South by Southwest, I did a review of the film. We got notice that the film's release date was coming up. And, you know, we as TeamJVS, we talk about films, we talk about film releases and how we're going to do coverage for it. And I said, I've already done coverage for that film. Like, I remember that film. I remember watching it. I remember seeing it. I remember reviewing it. We're good to go. Review should already be up. Go back. I look for the film. Can't find it anywhere. And then it comes to mind that, oh my goodness, I watched the film. I reviewed the film and did not drop a review of it. This is the second time. I think even from this film festival, one of the first times was, it's a movie called Breaking, that same review that was originally called 892 that I saw, and I thought the same thing. So possibly in the same vein, at the same film festival, both of these films, I thought I watched it, did not watch it, threw me off a little bit. But this film, which is releasing on Shudder on October the 6th, is called Deadstream. Here is a quick synopsis. A disgraced internet personality tries to win back his followers by live streaming himself at an abandoned haunted house. When he accidentally unleashes a vengeful spirit, his comeback event becomes a fight for his life. This is directed by Jason and Vanessa Winter, and it stars Jason Winter as Sean and Melanie Stone as Chrissy. This is definitely a COVID production. My initial thoughts when I originally saw this film, because I have not seen it since South by Southwest, was it was another film that came out the year prior called Dash Cam or something like that nature, where it was this found footage type of film, very funny, very scary in moments. And after I saw Deadstream, I said, oh, this feels like a better version of that, where the humor is amped up a little bit more. It really has legitimate scares and scary moments in it. So that was my initial thoughts about it 7 months ago when I saw this movie. But we're introduced to the character played by Mr. Winter called Sean, and we get a montage of his work over the internet and things that he's done over the internet. And we're given hints to what he did to get himself canceled. It's never fully explained, but we get hints of what led to him getting canceled and getting him to set up this event where he goes to this haunted house to attempt to mess with his spirit and to attempt to stay in this haunted house. We get him as he sets up cameras everywhere throughout the house so he can always track himself. And then we get him setting up his camera, him ready to shoot, and then amazingly this crazy fan of his arrives at the house just as he's shooting, and he decides to let this fan stay with him as he goes through and shoot his adventure in this supposed haunted house where he really thinks there's not a big threat of anything really gonna happen. This was just for the internet. And then that's when all heck breaks loose in this film, and that's when everything gets ramped up, as, let's just say, after he helps summon the demon, everything around the house goes kooky, and it becomes the funniest fight for his survival. At the same time, very terrifying at some of the jump scares they managed to pull off in this film. Again, I saw this film 7 months ago. Even though I saw it 7 months ago, I still remember frame by frame what happened in this movie and what made this movie great. And Joseph Winter, who plays Sean, is great as this overly annoying internet personality of a guy. It's at times in this film where you actually want him to die. And you're like, you know, it'd be just better if you just died. He's such an annoying character in it, but then he's able to capture like real sense of dread, real sense of horror in this film with himself and even Melanie Stone as she plays Chrissy, and just everything that's happening with her. Like it all blends well together to give you this at times it feels like a two-man show. There's very few other characters introduced during the course of the film, but between them two, they play off each other so well in this film. They play off each other as again, the biggest trick is him having the camera set up everywhere over the house. It's one scene in particular I will remember where he was in the hallway leading out a bedroom where he thought he was safe at, and he goes in this hallway and everything goes bonkers while he's in the hallway, and he's attacked and he's thrown around. And then we see as he also has a GoPro to his head along with the cameras as he's attempting to hold his computer in his hand to look behind himself while having a GoPro strapped to his head so he can see what's in front of himself. It's an amazing shot. It's an amazing setup. I remember seeing this movie and thinking, this is a great film. I wonder who's going to get it, because it's a great horror element, but it's a great horror comedy element. Between this and Dashcam, to me, became the resurgence of what made these found footage films really good. And this one, to me, is one of the true peaks of the found footage, because it works on so many levels of keeping you entertained with its humor aspect, but along with its horror aspect. And these are two directors who I want to say they also did a segment, or one of my favorite segments from VHS 99, which is On the Road to Hell, All the Hell. It's the last segment of VHS 99. I want to say I think that they also did, which I absolutely loved. And that was shot, I want to say, after this movie was shot. Because, again, this movie sold 7 months ago. So there's no telling how long ago it was actually shot. But this is a really good film. It's something that's not meant to be taken seriously, but it's something that has such entertainment value that you can watch over and over and over again and be intrigued and thrilled by. And trust me, you will be. The point that, again, I saw this movie 7 months ago. I have not seen it since. I did not watch the screener after that point because I said, I've seen this movie already. I know what it is. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And the point that I can even pull a review out of my mind 7 months ago for a film. And as I'm talking, I'm remembering certain things of the film. That's why I'm not going to give away any spoilers. It's a lot that goes on with Sean while he's in this house. And a lot of reveals that happens as he finds this book. And he thinks like, hey, I could just read from this book and it'd be perfectly fine. As he thinks it's a joke, and more craziness and mayhem ensues. It's a story of being aware that maybe doing everything for the internet and for fame doesn't work for everything and everyone. And Sean pays the price for it through the entire course of the film, but it takes the audience along for the ride with him. And that's what makes this film intriguing. And I think that's why you will enjoy it. So, Deadstream. Brought to you by I'm going to say the South by Southwest Film Festival, but streaming this week on Shudder. Out of a possible 10, I'm going to give Deadstream an 8.5 out of 10. This is a very interesting horror movie, a very entertaining horror movie. It also happens to be coming out the same weekend of a big horror film with a big name attached to it that doesn't come remotely close to measuring up to it. Deadstream is one of the best horror movies you're going to see this month of October. You got to check it out and let us know what you think. And maybe then you can tell me, well, maybe you were spot on. Maybe I'm forgetting something. I don't think I'm forgetting anything about it. I know it's been a while since I've seen it. I know me. I'm not forgetting anything about it. I just think you'll really enjoy it when you watch it. This has been another JVS movie review. Peace, people.